Since I started with the pizzicato and the plucking and my guitar background, I started coming up with a music that really sounded like Americana. It sounded very unadorned and very, kind of earnest and pretty melodies that were very direct. Once I realized this was the direction I was going, I just kind of went with that. Most classical players learn a little bit about how to pizzicato, but it's nothing compared to what the jazz bass players develop. And that's where I learned what I do, is I'd watch them and how they use the meat of the finger. And now I'm bringing that back to kind of a guitar, combining that with kind of a guitar finger picking thing.
Many of your patients carry CVD risk factors for heart attack and stroke. Observe the case of Jack Andrews, a 55-year-old male who is at risk for experiencing a heart attack.
Jack, it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing up?
I don't know.
Honey, are you feeling okay? What's wrong?
Indigestion, I think. Something disagreed with me.
Well, you did eat an awful lot at that reception.
Though I always overeat. That's why I'm overweight. I gotta get back on that diet.
And back to the health club.
I said that too.
And then maybe your cholesterol would go down and your blood pressure.
Yes, Rose, I know. Right now, I've got to deal with this indigestion.
It's late. You should get some rest. Take something for it.
Okay, I will. You go back to sleep.
Promise?
Yes, I promise.
Okay.
Fred Benton is another cardiovascular disease candidate whose health profile indicates that he is at risk for experiencing a stroke.
I know I have some old wood stain in here. Now, where is it? Huh. That was weird.
The program is called Helios, and it's actually a Belgian observational study. It was a prospective study done in multi-center environment, and it basically evaluated the effectiveness, the safety, the quality of life, and the treatment patterns of patients with wet AMD treated with Lucentis. So what was submitted in the initial file based upon ideal circumstances, so measured in clinical trials based upon efficacy data, we had to validate that that was true in the real life setting. And that's why we set up the study, so that we could collect certain data in Belgium that the payer was requesting for, and to validate what we claimed in the initial file.
The name of the study is the Optimal study. The objective was to assess the availability of resources of patients with wet AMD in the routine practice in the hospital in Spain.
A show of hands, who knows who Charlie Poole is? Michael, you don't count. A few people do, not many though. Amazing American performer, singer, entity, banjo player, showman, alcoholic, all my favorite things. He was from Spray, North Carolina, and he made wonderful records in the 1920s mostly. And me and my friend Dick Kinnett, here in New York City, actually, have just we're putting the finishing touches on this record, which is an attempt to inhabit Charlie Poole's world. My mother raised 3 grown sons, Buster, Bill, and me. Buster was the black sheep in our little family. Mama tried to break him of his rough and rowdy ways. Finally had to get the judge to give him 90 days. Didn't he ramble? Ramble. He rambled all around, in and out of the town. Didn't he ramble? Yes, he rambled. Oh, he rambled till the butchers cut him down.